Hello and welcome to the second round of the Bold Experience FIM Asia Supermoto event here at Solo Baru, right in the heart of Java. I'm joined by Jelly Jello. Welcome again. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And a very exciting day we're going to have today, aren't we?
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah, and would you like to say something?
Yes, to my fans from all around the world. Thank you so much for coming, especially from Jakarta or from any place from Indonesia like Bandung, Tasikmalaya, and everything. Thank you so much for coming. You will not regret because of ini beneran keren banget, Supermoto yang asli. You will like it. An international event, Asian FIM, Asia Supermoto Championship 2016, and then thank you for major Malaysia event and for solo. Thank you for everything.
It's going to be a good afternoon. I reckon with just the bikes are just heading to the track for their first moto. 20 minutes plus 2 laps. Different countries. FIM Asia Supermoto Championship. Next to him and behind him, he's got all the local guys that want to give him a very hard time. The local Malaysian guy, he's in second position. But the hero for everybody is Pratata, the Indonesian man from 9th position on the grid. He wants to start very well. It's going to be all critical. They get into the first corner first. They're coming up behind us now. We're going to start very soon with the opening ceremony. People of Solo Baru will welcome us again to Sukul Harjo in the middle of Indonesia on a great day, perfect for racing.
Yes. Wow. Wow. Motorbikes.
Solo. And everybody's here waiting. Anticipation is building. Probably perfect conditions at the moment. The cloud cover's coming in and it's curling down a bit. Yep, it's cooling down a bit now. It's perfect conditions for racing here at Park Mall. With the 22 riders, the nerves are getting built up. They'll be getting hotter in their heart than it is out on the track at the moment. The ice packs are going on. Lewis Cornish is putting an ice pack on the back of him at the moment. I just want to go and have a word to Lewis and see how he is. Lewis, how's the nerves at the moment?
Nerves are reasonable, the heat's not.
I noticed you're getting the ice pack. You're going to have a couple of them before the start, that's for sure.
Yeah, going to melt through a few, I should imagine. But no, I'm looking forward to it, man. The track's a good challenge, and you know, these guys always give me a good race and something to push for. So, you know, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It should be good.
Important start, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm on an amazing bike, and you know, I always get good starts on this bike. So
All right, all the best.
thank you.
No worries. That's Lewis Cornish, pole sitter, and we might go and see a word to our defending champion. Gabet, how are you? Feeling good?
Very good.
Yeah? What's the strategy? What's the plan?
I hope I try the best. I consistent my lap and weather to hot and I try the best.
Happy with warm-up?
Yeah, I happy.
All right, good luck.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. There's our defending champion. Or as everybody knows him, Gabet, one of the famous names of the FIM Asia Supermoto Championship. At the moment, getting ready for it. A few nervous laughs at the moment. But we'll go and see the other one. It's a bit of a dark horse this weekend. Kari Zakaria, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good for race one. I tried my best for race one.
Yeah, well, how was warm-up? Was good for you too?
Yeah, a bit nervous. But I know so.
Yeah. But you must be very happy because your practice was very good.
Yeah. I also happy for today. I hope I can do better for yesterday.
All right, all the best as you try and get that number one plate. No worries. Done. How are you? Yeah, good Sabati Cup. And very nervous? Yeah? But you must be happy with your practice.
Yeah, but when I rest.
Yeah, exactly right. Very good luck to you too. No worries. All right. Now, are we ready to cue that?
Dan tentunya ini juga dibikin di kota Solo Baru, Sukoharjo, merupakan sebuah kehormatan. FIM menunjuk Solo Baru sebagai tempat
We're ready to start the opening ceremony, and to kick that off will be the national anthem of Indonesia, coming up very shortly. All the dignitaries are here. Absorbing the atmosphere of this wonderful event of the second round of the Bold Experience FIM Asia Supermoto Championship here at Park Mall in Solo Baru, Sukoharjo, and a great place to be as well. As we get ready to look behind us at the pits, 22 riders are all on the grid. The nerves are building, as I've said a few times, the nervous laughs are starting. Everybody's getting ready for this. Plenty of action going on at the moment. The calm before the storm, as they say in the classics. When we start the race in approximately half an hour time, when we have the 20-minute race, 2 laps. And that's going to be very critical to the guys. The heat here is the humidity is knocking them around a bit. We'll be able to go very hard for about 10-15 minutes, but
Kita berkumpul dulu di starting gate ini sesuai
that momentum, try and do those race dashes to try and improve their position.
kejuaraan internasional.
Cornish at the first round in Thailand 4 weeks ago. He won 2 races in convincing fashion. He's here to do it today, but there's plenty of another 21 riders that are ready to knock him off his perch and take the victory here in Solo Baru. There's plenty of action. Other riders are looking pretty intense. Faces going on. The nerves are building. The nervous smile is coming as well. So on the on pole position, we've got Lewis Cornish, who won both races in Thailand a month ago. He'll be trying to maintain that ascendancy, but there's 21 other riders who are going to try and beat him. Next to him is Charlie Zakaria on the second position of the grid, and then Trakan, the Thai rider, the winner of the 2015 FIM Asia Supermoto Championship, in third position. In fourth position, we've got Gabit, and then the rest of the field is ready to go. So now, can you please stand by for the national anthem of Indonesia?
Baik, untuk itu sekali lagi Asia Supermoto Championship 2017. Boleh para penonton beri tepuk tangan. Ini adalah opening ceremonies dari FIM Asia Supermoto Championship 2017. Dan untuk itu dengan hormat untuk semua para pembalap dan juga semua yang hadir di sini, langsung kita akan menyanyikan lagu kebangsaan Indonesia Raya.
Untuk Indonesia Raya, Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, tanahku, negeriku yang ku cinta. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, hiduplah Indonesia Raya.
Well, that was the national anthem of Indonesia, so it means it's officially underway. As I go around and try to find another couple of riders, so the local lads, where is he? Here he is, we'll get Donnie. Where is he? Donnie, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good today, ready to race. I hope I could make a good result.
And how good is it being in front of your Indonesian countrymen to be doing this in front of some of the best riders in the world?
Yeah, it's so happy to be here to join the World Cup in Supermoto Round 2 in Solo. I hope I can make a good result and do my best.
And how much will the Indonesian people help you to get that little bit quicker?
Yeah, two riders more problem with the setup and the suspension, the front.
All right, all the best. Donnie Data, the hero of Indonesia, ready to go and
Knock a few reputations into
the weeds. We're getting very close, only a few minutes left to go
before they'll be out on their 2 warm-up laps, and then they'll head off for the 20 minutes plus 2 laps of this very intense, bold experience, FIM Asia Supermoto League number 1. And the second leg will be later on this afternoon. A few questions will be answered in this race, but then there'll be more to be answered later on this afternoon
in the second race.
Who's going to win? Who knows? But it's all on the start. Very important to get that hole shot. A very short straight, but a tight corner as we get ready with the photo. If all the dignitaries are starting to get ready for the official photo, that will launch this second round of the Bold Experience FIM Asia Supermoto Championship here at Park Solo Baru. So looking at the moment, I'll go around and have a
Come over here and have a look at what's going on here with all the officials and the dignitaries of getting ready for their event, and welcome all the riders here to this event here in Park Mall, right in the middle of the car park in the shopping centre. So getting ready for the official photo.
Saudara Sarian atau Pak Oki.
The man from all experience in the middle of this group that they're filming at the moment. Standing next to Satish, or sitting next to Satish now.
Moto Solo baru ini adalah orang-orang di balik FIM Asia Supermoto Championship untuk tahun 2017 beserta para pesertanya baik dari lokal, kemudian Asia dan juga internasional di FIM Asia Supermoto Championship 2017.
Kai, do you want me back in commentary? Kai, do you want me back in commentary yet? Yeah?
Di balik dari jalannya lomba FIM Asia Supermoto Championship. Dan untuk itu boleh semuanya beri sambutan. Dan inilah dia kami persembahkan marching band dari Gema Wijaya Nusantara Purna Paskibraka Indonesia.
Oh, this morning, wake up.
Follow my Instagram.
Dia kata malam ni pasal baju keluar dia. I follow also.
I will follow you.
Elah, nanti bila aku tengok. Sorry. Malaysia boleh, Johor pun boleh.
Baik, bagi para pengunjung Parmo Solo, kita langsung saksikan ini adalah parade marching band dari marching band Gema Wijaya Nusantara Purna Paskibraka Indonesia yang hadir juga untuk meramaikan
Well, as you can see, the opening ceremony is well underway. We've had all the dignitaries getting the standard photograph to put in the photo album for later on for posterity. What a great event this is. It's great to see people Supermoto getting right behind this event, and could be the start of something big here for many years, I think, Barry.
Well, let's hope so. The hospitality here has been fantastic, and you can see from the opening ceremony how much it means to the people of Solo Baru and Sukaharjo. They're very proud of what they've got here. The backing from the local government here for this event has been fantastic all the way through. Really terrific support, and they deserve to keep this championship for a good few years yet, based on what we've seen so far.
Well, I've been told that the people from Bold Experience, the naming rights sponsor of this event for round 2, is very happy with what's been happening. And, well, this is going to the world, and people are seeing some of the best riders that could hold their head up high anywhere else in the world, I reckon. Lewis Cornish is a great benchmark, isn't he?
Yeah, indeed he is. He recently finished third in the AMA Supermoto Championship. He's one of the front runners in the French Supermoto Championship, and long established as one of the top supermoto riders in the UK. So it's great to have him here. Maybe some of his competitors here don't think it's so great, but at least they've got a target, and as you say, they've got a benchmark of an established top international supermoto rider.
And we've got a few there, like we've been saying all weekend. We've got, Zachariah there. He's just bubbling under the surface, and it's going. You never know with racing. It's all a wheel by wheel thing, one revolution, with a bit of traditional Indonesian dancing just before the start. But it could be any of them. We've got Gabit. He wants to. He's got that number 1 plate, and he hasn't got that for just because he's a good guy.
Well, that's right. Although so far this weekend he's been eclipsed by his fellow countryman, Harry Zakaria, and so let's see what happens in this race. But Gabit is he's a tough competitor, and I expect him to be fighting. Harry Zakaria, yep, he's looking good. He's been running second or third consistently throughout the weekend. And
Donny Pratita is going to be something special as well too. He's pretty fired up. You can see it in his eyes when I had a chat with him on the grid. He knows what he has to do, and it's all important to get that good start. And I'm sure that there's going to be, hopefully there's not too many people on the back of him to slow him down too much, as the supporters here will be right behind him and the other Indonesian riders. They're all shared the third row of the grid. Beside them, we've got Feridullah Adam, and then Farhan Hendro as well on bike 162. Wouldn't be surprised if they all join together and try and make their way through to get to the front as soon as possible, because it's going to be pretty hard to pass here once you get a move on. We've noticed in a couple of support races with the Indonesians riding in their Pro Open and a couple of the other classes that there's some very determined passing moves to get in there and to make sure that it's clean. And also it's great to see so many people lined up around the barricades. We're about 3 and 4 deep at the moment, at least, around the perimeter of this the track in Park Mall in Solo Baru, right in the middle of central Java. You probably couldn't get any more central in case you measured it to each side of the island of Java at the moment.
Absolutely right. This is Supermoto racing at its purest. The whole show just rolls into town, sets up in a car park, and the riders just have to get on with it. What they're riding on here, as you can see from this shot, is a block paved surface, so there's plenty of vibration and bumpiness in it, a bit of unevenness, plenty of challenges in the surface, and not just the jump. So now we're seeing the stunt act
rider Wawan Chembong, the national champion, stunt riding champion, and also he's been taking part in the other Supermoto events as well. Yeah, and I tell you what, this guy has got a lot of talent. I've seen a few stunt riders in my time over the years, and they always been a part of motorcycle racing for a number of years, but he is right up there with the best. We saw him yesterday afternoon, just before the big party started in Park Mall last night with the bands and everything, and he put on a great display, put Jelly Jello on the bike, gave her one of the thrills of her life, I think.
I think so, and a couple of bruises to show for it. But yeah, he's a seriously good stunt rider, and he was performing last night in a very small space surrounded by people, so it was pretty hardcore stunt show, but his skills are something special,
and he does it well. You'd think he was do it in his sleep the way he does it, but very skillful, and some of the antics he's get up to, and in all honesty I haven't seen other guys do it in the past.
Yeah,
well, there's a stand-up wheelie, not even holding onto the bars.
Well, exactly, yeah. Dream on.
The balance and the talent. Look at him here, standing on the crossbar of the handlebars.
Yeah, and he's making it look easy.
And I don't know if you notice on the television, but his rear brake, he's got 3 calibers, because he's got the traditional rear brake next to the right-hand foot brake. The second one is on the left-hand handlebar next to the clutch, and the third one is right there now. You can see where his foot is. He's sitting there, sitting over the bars. He's got a brake right there at his right-hand foot. So that's why he's got 3 calibers on the bike. And doing circles, stand-up wheelie, and no-hander, you don't get much more skillful than that.
No, that's right. The bike's been beautifully prepared. Usually the stunt bike, especially the larger capacity machines like this 600 Yamaha, they tend to look a little bit tatty, but this one's beautifully prepared. And there you go. It's a balance between, I mean, it's almost like ballet what he's doing at the moment.
Sanity and insanity, I think it might be the balance you're trying to find.
Well, it's a
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's almost balletic, but then it's combined with the brutality of revving the what's-its out of the machine.
120 horsepower there that on the R6.
Yep, that he's got under control in a vertical wheelie.
And he could do that all day. He was practicing here on Thursday afternoon by himself with not really many people looking, and the performance he put on there was just simply amazing, like he's doing right now. He'll come up now for the big front end stoppie, will he? No. That might be him for the time being, because we're only 4 minutes away from the start of this round 2 of the Bold Experience FIM Asia Supermoto Championship here at Park Mall in Solo Baru, Sukoharjo, right in the middle of Java.
Yeah, it's fantastic to be here. The local area here around the shopping mall and around the car park that we've got this event in has been literally pumping since 6 a.m. this morning, when we had a huge 100 people in an aerobics class.
An outdoor aerobics class.
On
a
the
fine
street
way to start on a Sunday and get ready for the market that you visited as well. Did you get many bargains?
There were several bargains there. I actually went down without my wallet. I just took my phone, took a few pictures, but it was packed. You couldn't walk through there quickly. There was a field just beyond the market with 6 pocket off-road bikes that were being tortured by some of the local kids. So the next generation on the way. And had a load of photos. The people are so friendly here.
Yeah, they really are. It's, we're not just saying that either, ladies and gentlemen, scattered around the world. I was just going to say to that, the only ones that wouldn't be liking this are the riders. As you can see, Lewis Cornish there with a big ice pack on his neck to try and get some, keep the core body temperature down a little bit.
Yeah, he's a tall, fair-skinned lad, so he's not built for this heat. He's got a British cooling system, which puts him slightly ahead of the Latvian lad Edgars, who's got a Latvian cooling system.
Yeah, well, he said it's a heat wave over there in Latvia today. It's 10 degrees.
Oh, really? But what a great attitude these guys have had. They know they're at a disadvantage coming from the cold northern countries, but they're really enjoying it here.
But even saying that, the Japanese and the Malaysians have been saying that it's really hot down here. So when the locals are saying it, I've done it.
Okay, so I think we're just going to see a grid walk before this first moto gets underway. So here we are. We're at the Park Mall in Solo Baru, Sukoharjo, which is in central Java, Indonesia. Indonesia, always a fantastic country to come motorcycle racing in. The crowds are big, they're noisy, they're patriotic, they're enthusiastic, and they're so friendly. And they're all having a good time. You just walk around here, there's people asking for photos and talking to you, asking where you're from, and they're mingling with the riders. The riders have all been great with them too. They know the importance of the fans, and they've invested some of their own time.
Can you hear me all right? All right, no worries.
So over to Mark now on the grid walk. So you see the dignitaries now walking through the grid, wishing the riders the best for this first moto of this championship. The course is 800 meters long. It's got 13 corners, so that tells you just what a tough test it is for the 22 riders that are here. 22 riders from 14 countries, no less, including the massive countries of China and India with a billion-plus population, and Indonesia, which itself is the 4th most populous country in the world. So we've got 3 of the 4 most heavily populated countries represented here today. And we see Braxi walking to the front of the grid now. And we'll cut to him now.
Come on, let's go for a walk through the grid. We'll talk to these guys who are a bit cool. Zachariah here is just the nerves are building. I can feel how wet he's been with the ice pack, eh?
Yeah.
Bit hot with
Yeah,
the sun.
Now it's cool.
Yeah, all right, no worries.
Okay.
Come with me, we'll go back here again. Gabit is getting ready. He's had the ice pack on him as well. It's been a bit warm, very hot standing out here, eh?
Okay.
Yeah. And we come down. Is he feeling okay?
Yes.
You feeling okay? Bit warm? Indonesia, but all the crowd very good for you, eh?
Okay, enjoy.
All the people? Yeah?
Yes, thank you, thank you.
All right, we'll go over this way a bit. Okay. And we'll go to Trikan again. Trikan, getting very hot?
Yeah, pretty hot and very nervous.
Very nervous, eh? But you're very experienced. But if you're not getting nervous, there's something wrong, isn't there? You got to get nervous, eh?
Yeah.
What's the strategy for the race? Just hold it open.
Yes.
Good luck. Shakti Cup. So we'll go and have a quick word with Lewis. We'll just go and have a word with Lewis Cornish, getting ready. He's getting us some encouragement. How you feeling now, mate, after that opening ceremony? The nerves getting a bit bigger now?
Yeah, you know, I just had to nip to the toilet, so the nerves are getting to me a little bit.
That's good. Well, if you're not getting, as I said to a couple of the guys, if you're not getting nervous, there's something wrong, isn't there?
Yeah. So, no, like I said, these guys never give me an easy race, so I've got plenty of reason to be nervous.
All right, well, hopefully we're talking to you on the winners' podium very shortly after this race. All the best.
Cheers.
No worries. Yep, and ready to go back to the commentary as these guys get ready to do their 2 laps at this Moto 1 of the round 2 of the 2017 FIM Asia Supermoto Championship. Very proudly presented by Bold Experience here at Park Mall, Solo Baru, right here in the middle of Java at Sokulharju. So we'll get back to the commentary box and see you soon, and all the best to them. Yep. I'm coming back. Coming back.
Okay, so as Braxy makes his way back to the commentary box, as he said, there'll be 2 warm-up laps as there normally is for Supermoto. As they're just holding up what I'm guessing is the 3-minute board now. There'll be two warm-up laps, then they'll form up on the grid before the start. And the start's going to be all important. Mark Brax has just joined me again in the commentary box after running around the grid. Are you feeling nice and cool?
Yeah, I love it, mate. I couldn't get cooler if I tried. As we get ready, as there's the CEO on screen at the moment. Satish, ready to go. 3-minute board is up for the 2-minute warm-up laps that they're going to get. 2 warm-up laps they're going to get, pardon me, in 3 minutes' time.
Yeah, that was a really good opening ceremony. It showed how important this event is to the locality. But I'm sure for the riders, they want to see the 1-minute board.
All through Sokulharju this week, we've seen banners everywhere, bikes everywhere. Anytime there's been someone around here, there's always people stopping to have a look. Today, especially when I'd say thousands of people that have been spread around this, the layout of this place as we go through the grid at the moment. There we go. On pole position, Lewis Cornish. Then next to him, the Malaysian Kari Zakaria, and beside him, the 2015 champion Trakor Tontong. And
row 2, we've got Mohammed Habibullah Gabit, number 4, number 5 Takashi Sasaki, and his Japanese compatriot Naoto Takayama. That's row 2.
And then on row 3, we've got Farudul Adam, and then Farhan Hendro, and the man is the biggest hero of all the Indonesians, Donny Tata Pratita, the XGP rider.
Row 4, we got the Philippines, Kenneth Sen Andres. We've got Hazroy Osman from Singapore, and we've got Artem Teslenko from Russia.
And then we got Pedro Awuna, then Ivan Harry Mugurara from India as well. Then it's Lee Wei.
And row 6, we got Manohar Mono, we've got Deshan Solanki of Sri Lanka, and we've got Rugved Bagu of India.
And then on the 7th row of the grid, we've got Ivan Ibushkans from Latvia, Lin Chin Pei and Sun Tong from China.
And finally on row 8, we got Sang Wai Ki of Hong Kong.
And you can hear it in the background. The revs are building. The nerves are even higher at the moment. They're hitting the red line at the moment. Hitting the rev limit, I'd say the nerves have been.
Yeah, here we go, the first of 2 laps. The start line official there walking through. So the rows go off one by one. So they'll be getting rid of some of those nerves on these 2 warm-up laps. Okay, the last bike's away. And the story of the weekend so far has been that the British, Lewis Cornish, has led every practice session. He's done it in a fairly laid-back way. I think it's deceivingly laid back, actually.
Well, it's probably psyching his competitors out, because they would have seen how many laps he didn't do compared to what they were doing. Yeah, he's been staying very much in the shade, sitting in front of the fan, and maybe leaving it for 10 minutes before he goes out. And then on his first flying lap, he'll go to the leaderboard, the top of the leaderboard, or close to the top. Well, his plan is to ride hard for the first 5 to 7 minutes, and then try and establish a lead, and then relax like an enduro rider and let the rest go try and catch up to him. But as we said, there's another 21 riders there that are going to be aiming to stop that happening.
Yeah, that's right, and he knows very well that he's going to be struggling with the heat after maybe 10 minutes. So he wants to get away, if he can. He wants to get away and build a gap so he can ease off a bit in the second half of the race.
Well, this is the most important part of the race. This initial 70 metres that they've got to try and get through unscathed and untouched.
Yeah, exactly, and it's going to be tight
and tough.
And the guys on the first 2 rows and possibly the 3rd row, which is all Indonesian, are going to be trying to mess up his game plan.
Yeah, and there's going to be determined. He's got the reputation. Reputations are meant to be dinged and smashed to smithereens, and that's what these guys are trying to do this afternoon. And I'll tell you what, I might have to be with you and think Zachariah might be the dark horse.
Yeah, I think so. He's been looking good all weekend, and he's a quiet lad. He's understated.
But then Trikant Teng Tong, he's right in the mix as well. There's any one of about 6 or 7 guys could raise to the occasion of this.
Yeah, the Japanese have been close as well. So let's see what happens at the front. Let's see what the Indonesians can do, backed by the extra power that they're being given by this massive Indonesian crowd that's here today.
Yeah, and as we're in the starters' hands, the red flag's up, the 20-second border's up. We've got 20 minutes plus 2 laps for this opening leg of the Bold Experience FIM Asia Supermoto Championship. Here at Park Mall, the green flag is waved at the back. The officials leave the grid. They're in the eyes of the starter. Off and racing, and a great start. And who gets the start? It's Cornish that gets into the lead. Zachary gets shuffled back.
Oh, there's a huge crash at turn 1.
Huge crash. There'll be the red flag. Will have to come out for this. I don't know if they'll get him up in time, but we were not expecting, but we were prepared for something like that to happen. As at the moment, Lewis Cornish heads off. They've got the green flag at the moment. The officials working frantically in the background, trying to get these bikes sorted so we don't have an interruption. Cornish riding the wheels off. Oh, he kicks out a bit of a cold tyre there. Got a bit sideways on the exit over the jump. So now he comes down into the second half of this lap.
Yep, so all to plan for the first lap. As they're coming round towards the end of the lap, it's Lewis Cornish. He's already gapped the bike in second place.
So Zachariah there in second by the look of it. As we see, where's Trikant in 3rd position at the moment. So, and Gabit there in 4th. So already in 1 lap, Cornish has set up a lead of 1.4 seconds. An opening lap of 50.
Yeah, in warm-up this morning, he was almost a second clear of the second bike, which I think was Harry Zachariah again.
It was, yeah, they've been second most of the time.
But let's give a shout for the marshals who cleared that carnage from turn 1.
I was just about to say the same thing, because they got remarkable effort there. I've been able to see that. But what a dramatic start to this first leg of the FIM Asia Supermoto.
So we've got Lewis Cornish. He's executing his plan. He's gapping the rest of them. I think he'll want to build up maybe a lead of 5 to 7 seconds before he starts to just ease off a little bit and get to the finish. He described it as his...
Looking at some of the guys who are involved in that accident, I think it was Lim Chin Pei, Pedro Werner, Kenneth San Andreas from the Philippines, Ivan Harry from Indonesia as well, Lee Wei and Sang Wei Ki is also involved in that incident.
Yeah, they're pretty much, the first 9 are pretty much in the starting order, but look at in 10th place, Deshant Solanki from Sri Lanka. He's come right up the grid into 10th position there.
And also the young Indian guy, 16 years old, Rajbet, is doing a great job here. You never get the smile off his face all weekend.
Yeah, those 2 young debutants, good to see them up there. Fantastic job.
And I think they'd probably be smiling in their helmets as well. They haven't so much fun out there.
Definitely.
Well, Cornish now setting up a lead of about well over 2 seconds at the moment.
Yeah, this is what we expected from Lewis. Nobody was able to get in front and block him into that turn 1 for that all-important start. You can see how hard he's pushing now. He's having to force the front wheel down under acceleration, pushing it really hard through the turns. And now you see the Indonesian star, Doni Tata Pradita. He's 11 seconds back on the race leader. And he's followed. There's a 10-second gap back to Deshant Solanki.
Cornish's fastest lap at 50.8, about 4/10 of a second faster than Zakaria in second position. And just looking at Pradita's time up there now, it's 53.4. Whoa, big slide there from Cornish as he exited the final turn. He is giving it everything at the moment.
Yeah, he's absolutely at 10/10. That last lap he did was the same as his qualifying lap yesterday, 50.8. So far nobody else has got into the 50s.
No, and they'll have to do something if they want to try and give him any threat to his ascendancy at the moment at the front of the field.
Harry Zakaria, he's in a safe second place there. He's got a second on Trakan Tangtong of Thailand. And he's ahead of Gabit, Mohammed Habibullah.
That was a brave move to be crossing the track, and he's starting to charge now. So at the moment, Lewis Cornish, the closest they've got to him is on the start line. Because he jumped that start. He said he had plenty of confidence of getting a good start off the line. Kenny's Motorsport machine is right on it at the moment. But I'll tell you what, Zachariah's not that far behind. And Trakan is right onto the back wheel of him as well. Look at this, the battle for second and third is going to heat up in the next few laps.
Yeah, I think Lewis has been pushed a little harder than he expected. He's only 2 seconds ahead now from Harry Zakaria. So he's doing a good job, as we kind of expected. Trakan also hanging in.
The lap riders are starting to get out of the way and let these guys charge through so they don't have any hindrance to their attack. Track down Lewis Cornish on bike number 8.
And behind the front 3 you've got reigning champion Habibullah, or Gabit as he's known. He's 3.5 seconds in arrears of Trakan. And he's ahead.
So there are no other incidents apart from that opening lap skirt. There's Habibullah, and he's got Sasaki right behind him. I think he was making an attack then. Sasaki was right onto the back wheel of Gabit. Who's going to be we're going to see through next? No, Gabit's still there at the moment.
Yeah, Takashi Sasaki, he was 46 years old on Friday, and he's not showing his age at all, is he?
No, not at all. I think he's getting faster as he gets older. And he's having a good dip on bike number 101. Looking at his lap times, Sasaki at 52.2, Habibullah at 51.5, the best lap. But at the moment, Sasaki is lapping a couple of tenths of a second quicker than Gabit, and he is right onto the back of him. It seems that Sasaki is faster in the later stages of the lap, whereas Gabit seems to get away a bit through this first section. But I'll tell you what, Sasaki is a demon under the brakes. You watch how much he closes up into this hairpin.
Yeah, there he goes. And now they go with a little jump. That's sensational stuff by Takashi Sasaki, or Sasayan as he's known.
Yep, 46 years old on Friday he was. And Gabit is really going to have to be on his form to hold off it. And Teslenko up there.
And we're just, that can't be right.
No, I think that's just getting mixed up with the lap markers at the moment. Because
yeah, we just showed
the Russian.
I guess the timekeepers will correct that as we watch Takashi Sasaki chasing reigning champion Habibullah. And we got somebody stopped on the side of the track.
That was the Indonesian, was it?
He's out of harm's way. Good work again by the marshals.
That was, I think it was Hendro on bike number 162.
Ah, okay. Shame for him. He won one of the national championship races here this morning. It looks like his race is done this time.
And now Corney's getting back into the 50-second brackets too. So he's managed to get that second win. We're 12 minutes and 30 seconds left of this 20-minute session before we go into the final 2 laps. But I tell you what, that Cornish, he's done it exactly as he wanted to. And I'm looking at, is there something dragging on Gabit's bike on the right-hand side? I just thought there was something poking out from it.
Yeah, let's have a look. But he's been chased mercilessly by the Japanese, Takashi Sasaki.
Well, we know that none of them are going to give up. And see again how Gabit manages to pull a bit of a gap on that fast section over the jump.
Yeah,
but then in the second section of the lap, and the lap markers are starting to come into it now again. So it depends how you can negotiate. Now, thankfully, they're getting out of the way. Marshall's doing a great job with the blue flag to let the riders know that they're being in close proximity by passing riders. And look at the crowd in the background here at Park North and Solo Baru. Fantastic experience, fantastic atmosphere here.
Well, they're being served up a treat by this bold experience FIM Major Supermoto Championship. Really living up to its promise. And Lewis there, he's been on that 50.8. He's done that a few times. It's his best lap of the weekend. He's now got 4.2 seconds on Kerry Zakaria in second.
Yeah, so he's really cleared out. But Zakaria's in a lonely second. And now I've got in third position Trakan. He's in a bit of a lonely fourth, but it's Habibullah and Sasaki there at the moment, separated by about 0.8 of a second as they cross the line to complete lap number 10.
Yeah. If you're looking at the timing graphic, you're seeing.
But Cornish is skying his way. He's dicing and slicing. He could be working for a kitchen appliance company the way he's dicing and slicing his way through the field at the moment.
Yeah, he'll have seen from his pit board that he wasn't getting away as quickly as possible, so he's keeping the hammer down for a few more laps.
Or maybe he's even surprised himself with his match fitness to be able to get there and keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
Yeah, I think so. I think he expected to be a little further ahead by now, as we're a half distance in the race, 10 minutes gone.
But he's got into the rhythm, and once you get into that groove and you feel comfortable, the laps just tick away. It feels like you're not even racing.
Yeah,
you're just into that system. Your mind's focused. You're just going through it, and he's inch perfect every time he goes through any corner on the SAS 800-metre layout with the 13 corners.
Yes, he is. And looking back to the first round, the first moto there, he won it, and he won it comfortably. But afterwards, he said he was uncomfortable. He was overthinking it. That's not happening now. I think this is the same as Moto 2, round 1. When he relaxed, he was just pushing. He knows he's under pressure now, so he's just focused on keeping his lead. He looks good, as you say, inch perfect, making very good ground over those jumps too.
So still in second position, we got the Malaysian Zakaria, then the Thai man Trakan in third position, and the second of the Malaysians in fourth with Gabit, the defending champion. And then Sasaki just trying his hardest to keep in touch with the defending champion, Gabit.
Yeah, I saw Takashi Sasaki this morning treating himself for arm pump.
I think he might be feeling the fitness as well.
Yeah.
So down now, we've got less than 10 minutes to go with this 20-minute session, plus we've got 2 laps at the end to complete it. And the breathing to be starting to get heavy. They'll be starting to gasp for air, especially some of the other guys that we've been talking about, like Teslenko, the Russian, and also his Latvian mate.
Yeah, we got the yellow flags out again.
So another one's gone down, and it tasted a bit of dirt. Just trying to pick up who that was.
As we watch Gabbett now, and he's got a healthy gap now on the chasing Takashi Sasaki.
Well, they'll all learn about something about this for the second leg later on this afternoon. What can they do? They've got to come up with an answer for Lewis Cornish, because at the moment he's had 2 wins in Thailand. He looks like he's decimating the field in his third leg, the third race of the year. But we shouldn't get too far ahead of ourselves, even if he does have a lead of 6.7 seconds. He's completed 14 laps in the 14 minutes, so he should get through about 25 laps in this 20-minute session.
Yep, that sounds right. Kari Zakaria now almost 7 seconds behind Lewis Cornish. So Lewis is back on his plan now. He's led from the start. Kari Zakaria chased him hard for the first, maybe for the first 10 laps or so. But now Lewis has got the gap that he wants.
Our leading Indonesian, Faradila Adam, in 8th position, and he's holding off the young Indian. Look at him, Rajbed in 9th position, the youngster. What a marvellous effort for him in his debut in the series.
That's a fantastic start for him. He's 16 years old. He's a junior motocross champion from India. And he's got a very good backer behind him. He's got TVS Racing, who do a huge amount for motorsport and motorcycle racing in particular in India. So great to see him up. His team are going to be absolutely cock-a-hoop about this performance. Yeah, looks like Donny Tata Pradita's just overtaken him. But what a fantastic thing for this young lad to be dicing with Donny Tata Pradita in Donny's home race.
Yeah, first race in the Moto after a wealth of experience in racing that culminated with a couple of rides in the 250 Grand Prix class. Support category for Moto GP, and a couple of years after that, fronted up in a Moto 2 race as well.
Yep, he is. Very good experience, very good quality rider. This is also, we have to say, his first Supermoto race, but he says he's committing for the rest of this series, which should be good news, and I think we'll see him improving as we go along.
Yeah, he was very good about that on the grid. He said that it was so exciting to be a part of this championship that he doesn't want to make it a one-off. And won't the Indonesian folk be happy about that? They'll have a leading guy. And this can only make him get faster for the future. He'll take a lot of confidence out of this one, even though he is down in 9th position. Places in the last couple of laps. I'm just wondering who with that.
Just noticing now the fastest Indonesian now is Faradula Adam.
Cornish can slow it right down now.
Yeah, you can see him in the 52s now.
He's got a lead now of 8 seconds at the moment, so he's doing it pretty comfortably. I wouldn't say doing it easy, but he's doing it comfortably at the moment. He put in the hard yards at the start to make it easier for him at the finish. So we've got just under 5 minutes at this 20-minute moto, and then they'll have their final 2 laps for the opening leg of the Bold Experience FIM Asia Supermoto Championship here at Park Mall, Solo Brew in Sokuharjo.
And Lewis is leading Kari Zakaria as he has for most of the race. He's followed by Trakan Tong, and 10 seconds in arrears from Trakan is reigning champion Habibullah. So he has looking for yet this season.
Not quite at the moment, and he won't be too happy with that because he was a lot closer to the front last year. Well, he was beating him off with a stick in a way some years. It's bike number 38 on screen at the moment. That was he's going through now. Look at me see that.
He's just past one of the Indonesian riders, I think.
I've had a flash thinking, don't tell me one of the Indonesians had just pulled something out and got right behind him, but less minutes to go. Then we got 2 laps.